See, the great artists, inventors, entrepreneurs, the icons that we look up to, they weren't so different from you and me. They just had a different way of seeing the world, that's all. See, they understood this one small, seemingly insignificant thing, that everything from the way you dress yourself in the morning to cook your breakfast, drive to work, everything is a creative act. See, I think a lot of people put creativity in this magical world. And while there is certainly an element of mysticism to the process that we really don't understand, when you take it as simple as possible and apply it to every area of your life, you start to see how really everything is a creative act. As humans, we are creative. We are creative beings. That is what we are. The problem is that when you define creativity, it's so difficult to describe. It's very broad, ambiguous. It's a hard word to get across the screen, if that makes sense. Like when I say that word, I really mean bringing something new into the world. That's what it means to be creative, to bring something new into the world. But in reality, it's like bringing what's in your head into the world. And that can be as simple as tying your shoe or making breakfast. That is a creative act, right? It could also be as large as making the Mona Lisa or the Sistine Chapel. It's like creativity has this massive scale. But the thing that made those icons so special was that they saw creativity as something simple that they could use in every area of their life. And obviously, because they treated it as such, they used it more. They felt like they used their creative powers more, which got them better at it. I want to break this down so it makes sense, right? If you consciously think about every small little thing as a creative act, again, the way you dress yourself, cook your breakfast, whatever it is, if you slow down and consciously think about it as something creative, you are using your creativity. See, when you rush through them super quickly, it's different. Like when you're just tying your shoe, not really thinking about it, it's much different from when you're consciously, I am bringing something new into the world by tying my shoe, doing something very small, right? The thing is, when you start to use creativity in every small task, you get better at using it, which means when you go to do the big thing, make the painting or the Sistine Chapel ceiling or whatever it is, you're better at using creativity. It's like that with any skill. The more you use it, the better you are at it. And when you bring creativity down from this magical place into something that, you can use in your daily life, you start to take advantage of it more, which means, again, in those scenarios where you can take advantage of it to the maximum and live in that magical place, you're able to. But most people walk around and they don't see themselves as creative. They don't think of the way they drive to work as a creative thing. They only think of it as, when you're painting or when you're making a business or whatever it is. They think about it on a higher level. But when you break it down to the essential, the core, you can use it more. You can bring it into your life more, which is important because being creative, again, is being human. The more that we can connect with being creative, the more we connect with ourselves, which is important. A lot of this might sound, otherworldly, but it really is a simple practice. Treat everything as a creative act, from the way you dress yourself. I mean, do we really think that Steve Jobs just happened to wear a black turtleneck every day, or did he consciously decide that was the way he was going to, express his creativity through his outfit, right? You can look across artists. They all did small things kind of peculiar. Like, why did Einstein do this really weird thing? I mean, I'm pretty sure Thomas Edison used to air dry naked for exactly 20 minutes every morning. Like really weird things. Like why do creative people seem to always do small things very weirdly? Weirdly, because they're being conscious and creative about it. They're choosing to do the small things and imbuing their creativity in it so that they can be better at using that skill when it comes to the broad and large things that they're involved in. Creativity is although a magical and mystical thing, it's like any other skill. The more you use it, the better you get at it, if that makes sense. So the more that you can use it in your daily life, from the way you dress to the way you eat to the way you talk, across everything, the more that you can be creative, the better you will be at it when it comes to the one specific thing that you're trying to make your magnum opus or masterpiece in. I think being creative, again, it's part of being human, right? The more that we can connect with it, the better that we get at using it. And that's important because for all the great artists, they had something, one specific thing that they needed to give all of their creative energy to. But they would have never been able to build the great masterpiece, the Statue of David or Sistine Chapel or Mona Lisa, if they had never built up their creativity in small stages. You don't go from small, insignificant creativity to world paradigm shifting creativity overnight. You have to take the small steps, do the small, peculiar, weird things to build your creativity, to build your strength and your trust in your own creativity so that you can go and build the great masterpiece eventually. This is how I look at creativity, at least. I try to bring it into my life at every small circumstance. How can I do this thing uniquely, make it my own? How can I bring my vision of the world into the world when it comes to my desk setup or these videos? Like, how can I be uniquely me in whatever it is that I'm doing? I just know that the more that I can do that, the better I will get at knowing myself, at connecting with the creative power within me. So that one day when I'm given the opportunity to do something great and build something paradigm shifting, I will have trusted my creativity enough in my process to do it. And so I know this might have been one of those like talks that blows over some people, but if this was interesting to you, you like this kind of stuff, talking about creative philosophy, how you can bring your gift to the world, this is what I'm talking about on this channel. You should consider subscribing because I have some very interesting ideas when it comes to creativity. How do you give your best gift to the world? Anything from mindset to actual productivity tips, to the more spiritual and religious side. I feel like I can kind of connect all of them together. And it's what I talk about on this channel. If you're interested in more of a private community, I'm actually building a school community. So I'm going to leave a link in the description. Check it out. I'm going to be giving some pretty cool stuff away there. I'm writing a thesis on creativity, a 10 to 20,000 word paper. Everyone that joins the community is going to get a physical copy sent to their door. It's the only way you're going to be able to read it. And so I'm actually kind of really excited about starting this community and really like starting something where people can talk about what I think is the most important characteristic of being human, which is to create something incredible. I've got 3 ideas for how I want the community to be shaped. The first thing is we got to shift the world from consumer to creator. We all have to realize that we're here to create. Then we have to realize that in order to create the best thing that we possibly can, we have to give all of ourselves to it. So not only realizing that we're here to create, but we're here to create something great and give ourselves to that. And, the third thing is really connecting and getting inspired by other people, which in my life has helped so much when it comes to the creative process. And so I want to give that opportunity to other people. I want to change the way people see the world and connect them together so that they can help each other change the way each other see the world. And so if that is interesting to you, again, I just kind of poured my heart out a little bit talking about it. Consider just looking at it and link in the description. I'm going to leave a link. But yeah, I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next one. Thank you.